stepping into life, we're ready to shine. With every step forward, we're crossing the line. Embrace the hustle, let the fire ignite. Together we rise, we'll conquer the night.
Welcome everybody to another episode of the Tapping Into Life podcast. I am your spiritual life coach, Matthew B, back with another episode. And today we're going to be talking about something good, okay? Something thought-provoking, as we always do. So come on in, grab your pad, your pen, your snacks, put your jammies on, whatever it is that you need to do to get comfortable and enjoy today's episode. It is so good to know that each and every one of you are continuing the journey and the process to know who you are and taking the necessary I just lost my train of thought. Taking the necessary actions to become a better you and to maneuver through everything that there is to maneuver through as it pertains to your journey. Right? So come on in. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend, tag a friend, whatever it is you need to do to get the message out there, y'all, please get the message out there, okay? And I'm not doing this because of the numbers. I'm doing this because of the information, the knowledge, the jewels that each and every one of us needs to receive in order to continue this journey for our greatness, our individual greatness, to become a better us as individuals, as communities, across the board. So come on in. I am so glad to see each and every one of you. I hope that your week has been nothing less than amazing. I wanted to be amazing plus, okay? So I hope that each and every one of you have had a wonderful week. I hope something good happened. I hope multiple things happen. I hope multiple good things happen to you during this week. And if by chance something unfortunate happened, I speak healing, I speak victory, I speak conquering over whatever that unfortunate thing happen. Whatever it is, whatever it looks like, I speak that you, as the individuals, will conquer and overcome it. Okay? So, today, we're going to get right into it. So, today, we're going to be talking about Mr. Jamal. Okay? So, for those who don't know, Mr. Jamal Roberts is the most recent winner of American Idol. All right, so, I know some of y'all are American Idol fans. I know some of y'all watch American Idol, and I'm pretty sure some of y'all at any given day can tell the rest of us every winner of American Idol from episode 1 of season 1 way up until this current moment. Me personally, I am not an American Idol fan. I do keep tabs on it here and there, I do watch the little clips that they may post on social media about who sung what song and what the judges say and who got eliminated and stuff like that. But for the most part, I do not watch American Idol. That's just not my thing. That's just not my thing. But I cross this post on Facebook. I woke up one Saturday morning and, got myself together, got my cup of coffee. Okay, I'm going to have a chill, relaxed day. Let's hop on the phone. Let's see what's going on. Right? And I see that this post was Jamal Roberts denied participating in LGBT pride events, performing at LGBT pride events, and it caused this uproar. It caused, the LGBT community and its allies to be upset with Mr. Roberts. Now, my first question was, well, what did he say? What did he say? Why are we in this uproar? I need to know this information. I'm not going to be mad at him because a post say, to be mad at him. I need to know what this man said, how he said it, what was the wording, and then I'll go from there, and I'm going to do my further investigation, right? Because sometimes, and we all know this, whether we want to acknowledge it or not, sometimes the responses to things, the wording may not be right, but the central message of the point that person is trying to make doesn't match up with the wording. Sometimes people's wordings are a little off at times. And so I instantly, something came across my head. It was like, okay, Matthew, you need to do some investigation. You need to know what this man said. Remember, we ain't gonna hop on no bandwagons, and we really don't necessarily believe in cancel culture. But so we need to know what he said, know what the wording is, know how all of this came about, and we'll go from there. This is what I said to myself. Okay, so I'm like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. Okay, so I'm out there on the patio, drinking my morning coffee, going through my phone, like, okay, what did he say? I get to this link, and this link was basically what it was saying is that he was asked would he be participating in any LGBT pride events or performing at any LGBT pride events, and he basically said no because we have enough woke distractions on our own. We have enough woke distractions as it is. That's what the website said. So this blog that never even heard of, so I don't even know how credible it is, at that moment said that this is how he responded, as if though it was a woke distraction. This is what he said. Something was telling me that that wasn't true. That this man did not say woke distraction. Okay, something inside of me was saying that that's not what his response was. It's like you see something, it's like, nah, let me do my investigation. There's something ain't right about this. It's something in me that's just saying, it's more to what he said. So I took the liberty to do some research about what he said. What he said was, and I'm going to paraphrase what he said, they asked, will you be performing at any LGBT Pride events? Because this is LGBT Pride Month. And also, you won American Idol, so your victory and your glory and your celebration, the time frame of your winning is overlapping with LGBT Pride Month. Right? And so he answers, I will not be performing at Pride Month. I'm going to let them have their stage. I'm going to let them bask in their wokeness. I'm going to let them have their stage. I will not be performing because I want It's not just a particular community of people that I want to, to reach out to. I want to reach out to communities. Basically what he said, you got to go and research his answer. Now I'm just paraphrasing his response to the question, his answer to the question. And so I'm looking, when I finally found out what it was, I'm looking at what he actually said compared to what he supposedly had said, and the two things are not adding up. The two things are not adding up, okay? And so I'm going and I'm like, okay, what are we doing here? What are we doing? He said on this particular website, who just threw it out so daggone quick, saying that he's basically saying woke distraction, basically putting some kind of negative energy behind it, insinuating that this is another man who is homophobic. And then his real response was, I'm just going to let them bask in their wokeness. And I don't want to cater to a particular community of people. I want to reach out to all people, however that looks, whatever that looks like. That's basically what he said. And so I had to do my research and investigate, and I understood that the entity that put out this first woke distraction answer that he supposedly had said, I found out that this is an LGBT based entity. Okay, so right there, that's a red flag. Right there, you got your caution light going ding, ding, ding. Something wrong with that. Y'all understanding what I'm saying? And then come to find that the real answer is totally opposite of what this, what's the word I want to use? Crazy answer was. First of all, if you look up the definition of woke and look up the definition by, the definition of distraction, I'm sorry. If we take both of those definitions and put them together, like we're putting woke distraction together, you would find that that definition is contradicting to the whole concept of the viewpoint that you're trying to make. So I already knew, nah. So like I said, I went digging and found out on multiple other credible sources that he basically said, I'm going to let them have their moment. I'm going to let them celebrate who they are. I will not be performing on any LGBT pride event because I, right now, in the moment, in the space that I am in, as it pertains to my personal life, and as my personal life have to navigate my career, I want to reach out to all people. That's what he said. So I'm trying to figure out, how is what he actually said being turned into this answer that was thrown out of there, basically of a woke distraction. Now, me, in my opinion, you gotta look at that. You gotta look at the fact that this young man is in his early 20s. If I'm not mistaken, he's like 22 or something like that. And with 22, they, and if people in their early 20s and stuff like that, they use a certain kind of vocabulary. And I'm not saying that the vocabulary that they use is different from the vocabulary that people who are older, who are not in their 20s use. I'm not saying that it's different, but it's primarily spoken within people in their younger 20s. We're talking about this present moment. And so when we're talking about woke, and to be honest, I really don't think that he should have used the word woke, because when you use the word woke, that's one of those words by the definition of what it is now. That's one of them words to where somebody gonna take it out of context. Somebody gonna take it the wrong way. Somebody gonna take it as if though you're speaking hate or judgment or disrespect, which we know that you're not, but they're going to be somebody or a particular group of people or a particular gender or a particular religion who basically is saying this is what you're saying. You're speaking hate and judgment and disrespect. It's one of them words, right? So I think if anything was wrong in his actual response, it was the simple fact that he used that one word that kind of, that gave somebody or gave a community of people gave them the access to twist it, gave them the ammunition, that's the word, to twist it. So I kind of laugh because I'm like, why are we so butthurt when somebody respectfully, and I'm emphasizing the word respectfully, when they respectfully say, that is not my cup of tea, I prefer not to do that, but I prefer to do this, because although me doing that will reach out to a certain community of people, it will limit me reaching out to multiple communities of people. And I, as an individual, as my spiritual calling, as my gift, as my, my career, I want to reach out to all people. And this is where in multiple episodes, multiple podcast episodes, I really hit on the simple fact that we gotta stop asking for equality and inclusion with a segregated mindset, because it's just not going to happen. And I'm just going to be very, very, very honest with you. You can't be so upset about somebody excluding you or the inequality or injustice of something from other people or other communities, and then when it's time for you to be the giver of that, you don't do it. And it's just not for the LGBT community, it's for all communities that I'm talking about. Because all communities, however that look, different communities of religion, different communities of gender, different communities in race, different communities in ethnicities, different communities in sexual orientation preferences, every community of people is going through the inequality, the injustice, the discrimination, whatever it may be. So to see this particular entity, this LGBT-based entity, put this false narrative out just because this man respectfully said, I'm going to decline that offer. He just simply declined an offer. He just simply said no. He didn't say no because, and then use some homophobic slurs or disrespected the LGBT community or spoke hate and judgment on the LGBT community. He ain't say nothing like that. It was nowhere in his answer that even insinuated an inkling of a half of a fraction of a fraction of a half of a fraction that he's homophobic, that he's transphobic, that he's speaking hate and judgment on the LGBT community. He basically said, I'm not going to do it because I want to, from this point, from day one until, I want to reach out to all people. This is where you can't ostracize and attack individuals that really have the keys and the tools and the resources to build a bridge of unity. Whether he realizes or not, whether he realizes it or not, he has the power, the gift, the resources. And he might need to go on a little further on in life and tap into that knowledge that he has, that he can help be the one to help build the bridge to unity when it comes down to multiple communities of people. We can't attack people like that and then cry because there's no bridge to unity. There's no bridge to coming together. There's no bridge to equality and inclusion. You see what I'm saying? Like, let's take it back. From day one, this man was already categorized. You know, he sung a couple of country songs and everybody said, oh, well, he's going to be a country singer. He sang a couple of gospel songs and everybody was like, well, he's going to be a gospel singer. You know, and I'm just trying to figure out, why do we have this habit of looking at somebody and categorizing who they are and basically following society rules? Is like, okay, this is who you are, this is what you're gonna do, this is where you're gonna go, this is who you're meant to be. And the moment that person says nah, the moment that person says no, the moment that person says, okay, this is who you want me to be, this is who I'm actually called to be, so I'm going to go and do what I'm called to do and be who I'm called to be and walk in who I'm created to be, in my own individuality and my own interdependent. And if you have a problem with that, then you have a problem with that. Ain't no ill will against you. It's just simply that you have a problem with it. But I'm going to continue to do what I've been created and designed to do by God, you know, by the definition of God's spiritual universe and how he made me and created me to be. So now we have saying the entire LGBT community, because they're quiet as it's kept, the LGBT community, you know, it's kind of divided when it comes down to this particular situation, because some people, I'm like, yeah, he's homophobic. And then there's some people in the LGBT community that's like, he just said no. He just said no, gave an explanation, which is a very harmonizing and peaceful and respectful explanation, something that we as a community and all communities should be coming together to come together. So why is this a big deal? You know, and so you have some people in the LGBT community is calling him to be canceled. Well, if that's the case, then those people who are in the LGBT community who do not participate in pride events or don't go to any pride events or LGBT pride functions at all, y'all need to go ahead and cancel them too. Regardless, there's going to be disharmony and an uproar because you're getting mad at the simple fact that somebody says, no, I don't want to do what you expect me to do. I don't want to do things by your definition. I don't want to live by your filter. I don't want to live by your perception. Your iniquity is creating a perception in who that you want me to be. In actuality, you're getting mad. Your perception is becoming your reality, and that's the problem. The reality is everybody is different. Everybody has a right to choose what they want to do. And you can't get mad. You don't have the right to get mad because somebody decides that they don't want to drink the same kind of coffee as you, that they don't want to eat the same kind of foods as you, because they don't like the same flavored ice cream as you do, because they don't like the same type of person that you would date, because they may not choose, they may decide that they don't want to indulge in certain activities or hobbies that you want to indulge in or partake in. Like, where are we in this whole concept? I really want to know the definition by society and by, just individual definition of interdependence, where I can be a certain gender within a community of that particular gender and be different. I can be in a race of people and be different. I can be in an ethnicity of people and be different. I can be in a community of religious people and be different. I may not think the way you think. My definitions and how I interpret things may be different. My style, my spiritual style may be different. That does not mean I'm a bad person. It does not mean that y'all are bad people. It just simply means that I am different. And to be honest with you, the reality of it is, that there are people in this world, everybody, to be honest with you, who were designed different from the next person. If you have 1 million people in this world, each and every person is different. If you got 2 billion people in the world, each and every person is designed and created to be different. Although we may have certain things in common and certain thinking processes and thoughts and preferences and all of that, but we're in reality from day one designed to be different. Being different means I have a right to prefer to do or not to do, to partake or not to partake, to say yes or say no, to go left or to go right, and that is just what it is. Why are we having this conversation about ostracizing and canceling this man because he just simply respectfully said no? He not once in his answer, like I said earlier, insinuated that he is homophobic, transphobic, or think it's wrong. He said, I want to reach out to all people. I'll say this. People who are getting mad because this man said I don't want to partake in performing on the LGBT Pride stage during Pride Month. People who are getting in that much of an uproar, hey, you may feel the way you feel. I am not judging you. I just want to give you some insight and enlighten you on some things. One, we probably have to reevaluate what their life revolves around. Okay. Well, what do you mean by that? Well, you go on that spiritual journey and find out what I mean by that. You really have to understand what your life revolves around. But what should it revolve around? You're going to have to figure that out. You're going to have to figure that out. I can lead you to the water, but I can't make you drink, okay? I can pack your bag with knowledge and love and kindness and all these tools that you need to do to be great in life. But I cannot and will not give you the answer, because if that's the case, you won't have, what's the purpose in going on the journey? But to get that so fed up, to blast this man because he simply said no. Because he simply said no. With the most respectful, peaceful response behind it. Because he simply said no. He didn't say, oh, I think it's wrong and the Bible say and this, that. No. He just simply said, nah, I don't want to limit myself to to a certain community of people. I want to reach out to all people. He basically said, and I'm going to say it again, that from, basic paraphrasing what his answer is, here's where I am now. I'm at day one. From day one until I want to reach out to all people. Because my testimony, what I'm going through, what I've been through, how I'm healing from it, the message and the purpose in my career is not limited to one community of people. It's for all people, because all people going through these things that I went through. I had a list of everything that I've been through. There are people in multiple communities around the world who are going through these things. Trauma, all communities. Healing, all communities. Judgment, every damn body in the world. The loss of trying to maneuver through life, knowing at a young age you don't have mommy beside you. That's a lot of people. That is a lot of people. People who have low self-esteem and no confidence about themselves. A lot of people. People that need that kick in the pants, like, come on now, you can do it, hold your head up, keep going, never give up. That's a lot of people. And it's in every community. So I clearly understand where this man is coming from when he says, I want to reach out to all people. I want my voice to reach all people in all communities. My singing is just not for one particular community. And he just did not direct it per se to the LGBT community. That was just like a general statement that, look, I'm not catering or not revolving my career to one community of people, whether it's the black community, the country music community, the LGBT community, whatever. It's for all people. How can you get mad at that? How can you get mad at that? And I'm not, and this is not a unique situation. This is not a unique situation. Because, I've had people who are in my inbox asking me, why don't you do more for the LGBT community, and, with your podcast and with your LLC and all of this stuff like that. Because it's for all people. Because the same thing, some of the same stuff that we're going through as LGBT people are some of the same stuff that other people in other communities are going through. And how many people in all communities that we can think of people, are going through mental health, trauma, feeling abandoned, healing from abuse and hurt and pain, lost in how to maneuver through something. Like I said, we can't operate in a segregated mindset and yet at the end of the day expect to be included and expect to be this unity of people. You should do this, you should do this, you should be like this, you should act like this, you should walk like this, you should talk like this. No, you should be interdependent. And at the end of the day, we going down here to the sandwich shop and get a sandwich and laugh about life and enjoy life and enjoy each other's presence. So yeah, this man, like I said, this man have every right. And hypothetically speaking, by chance we get somebody to ask him what his views on LGBT community and LGBT people are, and if by chance he says, well, I think it's wrong, I think it's against my religion, or whatever it may be, that ain't none of your damn business. That's how he feels. That is what his opinion is. It even still at that, it's not judgment. It's, I am saying no and I disagree because of my religious views or my spiritual views, or however he defines God. Or whatever his viewpoint is. Even if he does have a viewpoint that is opposite of the LGBT community, why is that bothering? If he is not speaking hate, if he is not speaking judgment, if he is not speaking disrespect, why is that bothering people? Why is that bothering us? Because his viewpoint is not going to cause you to lose your job. His viewpoint is not going to cause you to get divorced. His viewpoint is not going to mean that you're going to be lonely and have nobody in your life whatsoever all the way up to the day you die. His viewpoint, if it's different, is not going to get your car towed or your house repossessed or an eviction, or you're going to go hungry, or you're going to be homeless, or, the ASPCA is going to come and get your dog or your cat or your bird. How is that affecting you because somebody has a different viewpoint than you? Somebody has a different opinion than you. They're not speaking judgment. They're not speaking ill will. I understand if somebody is speaking judgment, that would bother me too. Because who wants to hear hate, judgment, and disrespect? But if somebody respectfully says, no, move on. Get somebody else to perform on a stage at LGBT Pride. Everybody has a right to say no. And just because they say no does not mean that they're racist, does not mean that they're homophobic or transphobic or prejudiced or don't or fat shaming or age shaming and all of this other stuff. That does not mean that. It just simply means no. And to be honest with you, he didn't even have to give nobody an answer. All he had to do is say no. I would have just said no. I wouldn't have gave an answer. I would not have gave I would not have gave an explanation of why I said no. Will you be participating in any LGBT events? If I was him, I would have said no and kept it moving. Next question. I'm not obligated to give you a response. If I said no, I said no. So what's the problem? Why are y'all in an uproar? If somebody has a different opinion than me, as long as they're not speaking hate, judgment, or disrespect, I'm okay. And even if they were, I'm so secure in who I am that still wouldn't bother me. It would hurt to hear it, yes. I would be upset in hearing it, yes. But I'm not going to be in an uproar about it, because at the end of the day, that hate, judgment, or disrespect does not define who I am, number one, is not going to compromise how I feel and how how I'm secure within myself, number two, and it's not going to compromise me as a spiritual existence, number three. I'm still going to go to work and create and collect my check. I'm still going to continue to build Tapping Into Life LLC. I'm still going to hop on here and give y'all some good podcast episodes. I'm still going to be out there networking, trying to grow this kingdom that God gave me. I'm still going to work on myself. I'm still going to be a better me. And as I work on me and as I'm meditating and praying and have a conversation with God, whatever he gives me, I'm going to share with you all. I'm continuing going to give you messages on how to maneuver through this thing called life. Opinions are opinions, and they're not facts. Opinions follow perception. Well, no, let me get it right. Perception follows opinions. Opinions build the foundation of perception. There is no proof based on an opinion. There is no reality based on a perception. Now, although sometimes the perception may have some fact to it, it is not the total reality. It is not the God-honest reality. Facts builds the foundation of reality. It is a fact that plants create photosynthesis. Well, go through photosynthesis to provide their own food and give out oxygen. That is a fact. It is a fact that the earth revolves around the sun. That is a fact. It is a fact that humans need oxygen to breathe and to live. That is a fact. It is a fact that you're a male, you're a female, you work this job, you work that job, you have this number of kids, you don't have any kids, hey, you have a boyfriend, you have a wife, whatever. These are things that you can prove. So if we're aware of facts and reality. Why are we getting so bothered by opinions and perceptions? Oh, I got that answer. You ready? Okay, wait a minute. Because some of us got to stop living in a false reality. Matthew, what is a false reality? A false reality is when you believe so damn die hard in your perception that you start making that your reality. Your perception is how you view it. That does not necessarily mean that it's the reality. Do I need to say it again? Some of us, or a lot of us, have this false sense of reality because the perception that we have, we believe in it so bad, we believe in it so strong to be true, that we now perceive that and feel that that's our reality. But at the end of the day, it's not our reality. It's a false reality. And we cannot grasp the mindset that what we think ain't really it. This is why we can't have conversations amongst communities of people, other communities of people. This is why we can't end this ongoing debate about political views, about religious views, about spirituality, about race, this is why. Because a lot of us, not all, I'm not saying all, a lot of us as people live, eat, breathe, and sleep in a false sense of reality. And at the end of the day, the reality, the God's truth reality is, you got over 2 billion people on this earth. Over 2 billion people on this earth that are each designed differently in their way of thinking, in their way of feeling, in their way of spiritual identity, in their journey of self-discovery, in their humanness, in their human nature, in their spiritual DNA. It's just like a thumbprint. Everybody, all 2 billion plus of us got a different thumbprint. Spiritually. And in the entirety of spiritually, all of us are different. Just like that thumbprint. Your false reality, you can't project your false reality on somebody else. And the moment that they disagree, you ready to come claws out. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Because nothing will get solved. So at the end of the day, I have no problem with this man saying no. As pro-LGBT as I am, as a member of the LGBT community, I have no issue with this man saying no and why he said no. Because regardless of his views about it, regardless of his opinions about it, he did not exemplify or speak any hate, judgment, or disrespect. Number one. Number two, even if he did, That ain't got nothing to do with me. That does not affect the food in my refrigerator. That does not affect the quality of my clothes. That does not affect if my car is gonna get towed. The finances in my bank account. It's not gonna give me a raise. It's not gonna help me heal. So why do I care if somebody has a different opinion or have an opinion opposite of my viewpoint on things? And I walk in the reality that somebody is going to have a different view. People are going to have different viewpoints, whether it's on sexual preferences, whether it's on hobbies, whether it's on religious views. Everybody is going to have a different opinion. Even if it's the same opinion, it's going to be a different opinion. So no, I'm not going to get bothered and worked up and cancel him. I'm not going to nail him to the cross. No. Leave that man alone. Let him enjoy his career. Let him enjoy his beautiful daughters. Let him enjoy his fishing. Now that's what I'm mad about, because homeboy out here fishing and stuff, and I ain't get an invite. As much as I like to fish, just Jamal, you could at least send an invite to a brother and say, "Hey, I'm going fishing." Now this is what I'm mad about. I ain't mad about the other stuff. I'm mad because you out here fishing and they ain't send a brother an invite. But that's a whole nother conversation. I ain't gonna judge you on that. I'm just saying. Out here catching these big fish and ain't invite me. He ought to be ashamed of himself. Shit. But no, but let him enjoy his healing process. He has been so transparent about some of the things that he's gone through, and I'll be honest with you. At 22, you ain't lost your mind yet. At 22, you are still sane and hadn't had a psychotic break, and at 22, because the average person in their younger 20s cannot endure what you've gone through. I'm gonna commend you on this. Yeah, I was a piece of work in my 20s. As peaceful, calm, cool, and collected as this man is. So for him to be 22 and have that stability, whatever looks, that stability alone. I mean, you don't have to get my approval to continue to be, but hey, tip my hat off to you, because that was not me at 22. Calm, cool, collected. The pressures of society, you know, you know. I, my mom's still living. His mom passed away. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think his dad passed away too, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. Then he dealing with that. It's not like he was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. And then he got to raise his kids at 22, and then you go on and you think, okay, if I win this competition, life would be better. Yeah, financially, yeah, but the pressure of society, like, me telling me I should do this and do that, and then get mad when I say no, and what I tell you, homeboy got it. Homeboy got it, and he gonna be good. As long as he stays focused on those, on whatever it is that he is aligning himself, however he is to spiritually align himself to be this person at 22, It does not get any better. I mean, it does not get any worse. It only gets better. Because at 22, Matthew at 22, the little boy at 22, and me, nah, I would have said some very loud, profane responses. Y'all would have canceled my ass. I'm telling you right now. Cancel me. I'm saying because my temper and patience was not nowhere as it is now. It may not be the most perfect, but it is far better than what it is. Y'all, leave this man alone. We about to get off here. We are almost reaching an hour. Leave this man alone. Let him be. Let him live. Let him sing. Let him father. Let him heal. Let him learn. Let him choose what he is and what he is not going to do as it pertains to his career. And the thing about it is, y'all sitting here, and that's another thing. Okay. Y'all sitting up here trying to cancel the man. The man just signed a deal to go on tour with two of the most, well, two well-known, say two of the most well-known, among many, but two of the most well-known R&B artists on their tour. On their tour. They're trying to cancel me because I didn't hop on one stage. Now I just signed a deal to sing on multiple stages. Come on now. Come on now. You tried to cancel me because I didn't hop on one stage. Now I signed a deal to hop on multiple stages. Some of y'all may be mad when I say this. Oh well. God got them. I'm gonna reach all people. I'm thinking you gotta watch what you say. You gotta be mindful of what you say out of your mouth. Because this man said, I do not want to just reach out to a certain group of people. I want to reach out to all people. And no sooner than he said that he signed a deal to go on tour, multiple cities across the country. Guess what? Reaching out to all people by way of his singing, by way of his gifts, as he spoke that into existence. It happened. See, right, right. I'm receiving this message. Okay. Y'all, keep going, Jamal. Keep going. You be the best you could possibly be. Don't let these people try to compromise you and tell you different. Now, I'm not saying it's all of the LGBT community. I'm saying it's some. And if you feel like I'm talking about you, then 9 times out of 10, you probably that some. You probably placed yourself in that community, in that certain group of some. Y'all, thank you for tapping into another episode of the Tapping Into Life podcast. I am your spiritual life coach, Matthew B. It was so good to sit with you all and have this conversation, because I enjoyed it. Did y'all enjoy it? Remember to like, share, subscribe. Now on YouTube, Tapping Into Life LLC page, you can get full episodes. Now, I'm pretty sure if I just upload the video and not go live, then it wouldn't give me a time frame on how long it would stay on the page. I'm gonna try it out and see, because they just said lives. They didn't say videos. So I think I'm gonna try something out. But if not, on the Tapping Into Life LLC page, you can actually see the full episodes for 30 days. But I'm gonna try, like I said, I'm gonna try to see if I just upload the video, will it be there forever? So we're going to try to see. If not, then 30 days. And if you don't get it, if you don't, you can always go to YouTube and watch the full episodes of the podcast. If you are more of a listener, you can go on YouTube Music, Tapping Into Life podcast. You can go on Spotify, Tapping Into Life podcast, and then you can also like our TikTok, Tapping Into Life, our what do you call that daggone thing? Instagram, Tapping Into Life. I think it's tapping_into_life. Look, I tried to get everything the same, but it just didn't happen. Okay? Now. Alright? Thank you for tuning in. We're going to get out of here. Y'all have an amazing weekend. Be prosperous. Continue to tap in. And always remember, come on back for the next episode. We can have another conversation. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.
Feel the energy flow. Tapping into life, we're ready to shine. With every step forward, crossing the line. Embrace the hustle, let the fire ignite. Together we rise, we'll conquer the night. Time's ticking fast, but we're breaking the mold. With a vision so clear and a heart made of gold. No fear in the face of the challenges we meet. We're paving our path, can't accept defeat. Stand up, fight back, let the doubters know. Tapping into life, we're ready to shine. With every step forward, crossing the line. Embrace the hustle, let the